Rock Salt MUZKAST Experience, Aaron, Dave, and Patrick. And on the Zoom call today, Aaron, I'll let you do the honors.
It's Red calling from Tampa Bay, Florida.
What's up? What's up?
There's the live studio audience for Red calling.
Yeah, hi guys, we're Red calling from Tampa. My name is Jessica. This is Javier and Alessandro, and thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. And there's one person missing. Let's give Lewis a here. We'll give Lewis a little applause there as well. He couldn't make it today.
Now. He's a bass player. His name's Lewis.
Lewis, the bass player, and Alessandro's on drums, Jessica on vocals, and Javier on guitar, cranking them out. I love your stuff. I don't even know where to start because we had such a fun time off the air. Where do we start? You guys are in Tampa Bay, Florida. And Jess, can I call you Jess? Is that okay? Or do you prefer Jessica? Sure. Okay. So Jess and Javier, you two are husband and wife.
Yeah.
We are, yeah.
We are for 12 years.
How long?
12 years.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And another, I don't know, familial am I saying it right?
Yeah.
The bass player is Javier's brother, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So it's all in the family. And Alessandra, where do you fit into all this?
Well, you said earlier, I pretty much got adopted. So.
All right.
We saw him on the, we were driving by, we saw him on the road, and we're like, he looks like we just pick him up.
Did you play drums
on the bus until they adopted you, Alessandra?
Yeah.
You showed up at all the shows. And
Alessandro's been with us for a whole year. We're actually celebrating our 1 year anniversary with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
well, congratulations, 1 year.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to do like a romantic dinner with wine and flowers?
No, we're grilling some steaks. So he's a grill master. He's really good at it.
Oh,
really.
nice.
That's how I show affection, man. I grill.
Yes.
People send flowers, awesome. I grill.
All right, I'm booking my trip to Florida, guys. I'm not going to see you in
on your
July.
way,
I'm
Dave.
heading out to hang out with Javier so he can grill. All right.
Oh, yes, you're more than welcome.
Awesome.
To visit, yes.
I need friends in Florida. I got friends in some other states, but I don't have any friends in Florida.
Oh, you got some now.
You got
Nice.
some.
All right. You don't know me well enough yet, does he, Patrick? They're like, take back that invitation.
Leave that one alone, Dave.
Don't answer the phone.
Still want to be friends here.
All right. So you guys are in a band called Red Calling. My first question when I heard the name was, where do you come up with the name? What's the name about?
Yeah, red is a very passionate color. It represents passion, love, the blood of Jesus. And calling, it's, we all have a calling in our life, and this is our calling, this is our ministry. Music is something that we love, it's our passion. So, it was just like a word game, and we really liked it. So we put it together, and that's how it came out. We came up with that name. Perfect.
And what's the genesis of the band? I mean, was it you, Jess, and Javier getting together and doing something, or how did it all come together? We
played at a church. We were in a worship band. That's how we met, and we played, and it was like a Latin rock worship band. It was a 7-piece band, and it lasted like 2 years. So we disbanded, and right after that, the four of us, we used to have a female drummer before. Her name is Destiny. So we decided, we were the hard rockers. We were the rockers in the band. We decided to form Red Calling, and that's how we started. That was back in 2010.
Cool. And then and of course, Javier being the brother, I'm sure you just brought him in. So Alessandro, how did they find you?
It was about a year ago.
eHarmony.
What's that?
He said eHarmony.
Don't silence those jokes. Those are great.
Oh, man.
That's how I found Aaron.
Yeah, so it was that. I mean, there was an app that connects musicians who are trying to find other musicians to play with, and so I was on there. I was looking for experience, and just wasn't sure if I you know, what I wanted to do, because I knew I've been playing drums for years. I play at my church, so I just wanted to, you know, just get more
Expand.
Yeah, exactly. So and I
Yeah,
love
well,
metal, rock.
hey,
So
as
It
they
was
say, there's an
basically-
app for that, right?
Yeah, it's called Band Mix. It's called Band Mix. So
Band
that-
mix.
Yeah, it's like even harmony, but for bands.
Okay, you might want to download that, Patrick.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm gonna start a side project.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
curious,
go.
though, did you go from Swing Low, Sweet Chariot straight to Amazing Grace? Because you're doing some amazing stuff with them pipes there, Jessica. You are. So I'm curious as to how it went from A to B.
Well, I actually, I've been playing in bands since I'm 15 years old. I've been a rocker my whole life before I met Jesus. I played with an all-girl band in Venezuela. I come from Venezuela, South America, and we moved to Florida. And that band, you know, the bass player quit, and it was a long story, but I've been playing for a long time. So I met Christ when I was like 23 years old, and it's been like a transition, you know. And I've always been a rocker, and I like metal too. So that's how, you know, the pastor at the church suggested, why don't you just, you know, form a band? When this 7-piece band disbanded, he suggested, why don't you just do something for the youth, you know, just hard rock and positive message for non-believers. So that's how we started back in 2010. But I've been
Jessica looked at
rocker my whole life.
And then Jess looked at the preacher man and said, "Okay."
Hey, we're gonna play your song "Torture" first. Tell us about that song.
Yeah, that was reading, and it was released back in 2021. There's a video, you can check it in YouTube. And it's about, you know, dealing with all the mental health issues that we dealt during the pandemic. That was like a second pandemic, you know, the anxiety, depression, and how God can help us, you know, dealing with that. He takes the torture out of our heads. So that's like the chorus line, and it's about that.
Nice. You want to do it up
That's
here,
great.
Aaron?
Yeah, right now.
Let's do it. It's Red Calling on the Rock Salt MUZKAST Experience. Rock Salt MUZKAST Experience, Aaron, Dave, and Patrick. And Red Calling from Tampa Bay, Florida. From what I hear is like just paradise down there. Is it hurricane season?
Yes,
Yeah.
it just started June 1st.
Oh, really? How long does
Yeah.
hurricane season run for?
I think till September, right?
Yeah, it's like 11 and a half months.
Aw.
No, it's, yeah, it's
One
like,
and a half months.
yeah, it's like the whole second half of the year, all the way up to November, I think.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
So it's like good 5 months.
Is it, I've always wondered, is like hurricane season, is it just overcast and hurricanes for like 3 months, or is it, you got good days and bad days?
Man, it's Florida, man. You never know. Like it can be sunny 1 minute and then you turn around and it's like pouring.
Yeah. It's
Well, that's kind of
opposite-
like tornadoes in Kentucky, isn't it, Patrick?
No, nothing like tornadoes in Kentucky, Dave. Nothing at all like it. Nothing. I think the last time I was down there, Charlie, when I was living in Clearwater, Charlie had come.
Wow. Were you here when that happened?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
wow.
there for Charlie and Katrina, I believe.
Ooh,
That was like
Katrina,
bad.
really?
Charlie was bad, man. Like it took off, it ripped out some of the windows of my house, some of the boards that we put up. It was rough.
And the gas was crazy expensive.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was crazy then, but it's all good, man. So worth it because we love it down here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, so what was that song we just played, Aaron?
Torture.
Torture. All right. And but by the way, my favorite so far is the Lies song. Your Lies.
Yes.
Your lies.
I like that one. What about you, Patrick? What was your favorite?
I'm just laughing at you struggling for words right now.
I
Dave.
know. It's a curse.
Yeah. Hey, we were talking off air. You guys said you're in the studio. You're doing a video. You're have a new single coming out. Can you give us any name of the song? What you're doing for the video?
What are you working
anything?
on?
Sure, sure. We just recorded a new song, and it's gonna be a new video. It's called "Fight or Run." So the song is ready. It's been mixed and mastered. So we're just working on brainstorming on a video idea. So once the video is ready, we're releasing it. We have a few shows scheduled for June, July, and August. You can check it out on our website. And we're possibly putting together an EP by the end of the year.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already intrigued by the title, Fight or Run.
Yeah.
Now, you got one full-length album out, correct?
Yes.
We do, yeah.
Mhm.
The name of the album?
It's self-titled, Brad Holling.
Okay. And you
Yeah.
can find it on Spotify, and I'm sure you're
Everywhere.
on Apple, right?
All platforms, yes.
All the
Yeah, sure.
platforms, because you have to be nowadays.
Did you say Walmart?
Yeah, he said Napster.
Are you on Walmart Radio? Because that's when you really made it.
I didn't know that was a Walmart radio.
There is a Walmart Radio. I'm actually in some DJ groups on Facebook.
Really?
And some of these like professional DJs, they want to get on Walmart Radio.
Oh man.
Never
Like
heard of
buying
that.
your Asper cream, checking out and listening to your favorite rock music.
Oh,
So what's the video that you're gonna do? You might have just mentioned it, but I want to focus on it a little more. What
Yeah,
song
it's
is video for?
It's Fight or Run. That's the name
Okay.
of the song, yeah.
And any concepts for the video, or do you have any ideas what
Yeah,
you want to do?
We're brainstorming that.
Yeah.
We want to make it justice because when you guys hear it, it's gonna be a little bit of a change from our previous sound.
Okay.
So this song came out from the pandemic. So during the pandemic, since there were no shows, there were like no concerts. So all we did was we stayed at home writing music. So going back to my computer and revisiting all ideas that we had from from the virus, that's where we gathered that idea from, and then we ended up turning it into a whole song. So it's gonna be interesting seeing how people react to it, because it's gonna be a bit of a change in sound.
It's a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
Nice. I was gonna say a little change in sound. You're going Lawrence Welk, Justin Bieber. I had said all through the pandemic when the lockdowns were happening, and you guys didn't really experience lockdowns in Florida, right?
No, we're in Florida, and we didn't believe in that. No.
Yeah. See,
Well,
we're in
I was-
California. What's
Just
that?
I was pregnant. So
Oh, you were.
Yeah, so since we were going to hospitals and doctors' visits and all that, they were so cautious,
Yeah.
and I was a little bit afraid, not because I am afraid of the virus, because I know that God is protecting us, but I was pregnant, and it was my
Right.
first baby. So it was crazy to be pregnant in such crazy times,
Yeah.
So we really, we were able to go out, but I really just stay home, just
Yeah.
proper caution,
Yeah, we
Right.
were definitely careful, man.
Yeah.
Like we respected all the laws that they passed during that time. The beginning was a bit scary because nobody knew what this thing really was, man.
And I
Right.
was pregnant, so
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we actually know people that have preterm people that they didn't make it out of that. So
Yeah.
we're
I think
thankful
we
that-
all know somebody that didn't make it through COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared. I already had it twice. I already had
Did
it
you
twice.
really?
And thank God, it was very, very, very
Mild.
mild, man. It felt like more like a cold, but like Jessica, she lost a friend that he's my age, and he went pretty young. So yeah, for some people it was rough, man.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. But my thinking all through the pandemic was all these bands have nothing to do but write music
Exactly.
and record music remotely.
Well, let me tell you something. We tried a different strategy. We did tons of interviews.
Oh, good.
We have a press manager, so she helped us finding interviews with people in England, Ireland, South America. So we actually explored, that area we've never explored before.
Oh, the
And we had-
festivals too.
and the online festivals. We did a lot of live streamings and we recorded a bunch of videos for some online festivals in South America and Europe. So it was something different. You know, we learned a lot about digital marketing and how do you call it, statistics, you know, Spotify statistics. So we got to learn a lot, you know.
I just
Not-
wanna-
yeah.
Go ahead, Patrick.
I just want to just go ahead and divulge it. I did COVID completely wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't. I think we played one live stream, and then we really did COVID wrong. Kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
No,
We
like,
really got lazy.
it sounds easy, man. Because we took on a lot of online festivals without really knowing what all the work that was behind, you know, doing a stream the right way.
Yeah.
I was like, man, like this harder than a live show. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Did you notice that doing like live streaming during the pandemic, where you couldn't have live audiences there, that it affected your performance in any way? Because bands really do feed off the energy, is just like the fans feed off the energy.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
man. It was weird, man, because yeah, like you said, like there's no audience, there's no like this big sound, like this wall of sound coming through the speakers. So it
Right.
was just us in our rehearsal studio that we had at the time.
And you usually get to know a lot of people at shows and get feedback and talk to people.
Yeah.
We usually talk, you know, we try to, you know, help people talk about suicide, and they approach the band right after the show, you know, at our merch table, and you don't get any of that during the lockdown. So
Right.
it was crazy.
Yeah, especially because I would say like 98% of our shows are not Christian shows.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, we play regular shows with with our people, which is the metal community.
Yeah.
And you know, I love that. It's interesting that you bring that up, because when I was getting into music in the 80s, and especially the early 80s, as a kid, if I wanted to see Christian bands, I had to go to a church.
I know.
I had to go to a church.
Yeah.
The Christian bands were not, besides maybe Striper, and they were always opening for a bigger band.
Yeah.
They weren't playing clubs or concerts or anything like that. You had to go to a church typically to see them, unless they were really big, like Steve Taylor, Amy Grant, Petra.
Yeah.
Right.
And now that's kind of turned, where you're probably more likely to see a Christian rock band in a club than you are in a church.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I like that, actually, because
Yeah, and that's the whole point, you know. I mean, this is the metal and rock scene and community. It's unfortunately, but it's very dark, you know. There's a lot of dark stuff, and all the bands you see are really like putting out a really negative message, or there's satanic music, you know. It's crazy how dark the scene is, and there's, you know, you need to be light, you need to, you know, bring a positive message, and that's what we try to do.
And there are people too, man. Like it's like being a Christian in a metal band or hard rock band. You know, sometimes it's tough, man, because you know that you have a heart for Christ, but you feel that the church people, they're not your community. They're your community. They're like you're supposed to group. They are, you know, they recharge your battery, but like your real people, you know, to me, it's like metalheads, it's rockers, it's other musicians. That's my people. That's my culture.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what
Right.
that translates to, man, right there? Well, you just nailed it. It's the exact same people that Jesus hung out with. He hung out with everybody that the society at the time called the lowlifes, the scumbags, the tax collectors.
Yeah.
And he was judged. He was
Yes,
judged.
harshly too, harshly. And so you're spot on. That is our people, man, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
To find like-minded people out there, man.
Well,
It's hard to come by.
on a human side, and not just a biblical side of this, we all know that, and I'm not naming names or anything like that, but we all know that there are plenty of judgmental people in church that especially like to judge hard rock or heavy metal Christian bands, because
Tell me that I'm a woman and a female fronted band, headbanging, playing guitar, just imagine how hard
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm being judged.
Oh,
And only
twice
God
as hard.
knows-
Twice
yeah,
as hard,
yeah,
twice
yeah.
as much as these two guys beside you. Seriously. But you know, I go to this festival, Aaron goes with me as well, that we have out here in Sacramento. It's pretty big. It's 4 days. It's called Aftershock. And
What about that?
Oh man, yeah,
Yes.
they put up like really great lineups.
Yeah.
well, you know, our lineup, because it comes later in the year, we look to Rockville, which is out there where you are. It's the
Oh
same
yes, that's in
promoters.
Well, it used to be Jacksonville. Now it's
Yeah.
in Daytona.
Man, that was
Yeah.
like one of my best concert experiences. Going to Welcome to Rockville, man.
Yeah. See, Rockville is great. I want to make it out to Rockville, but when I go into Aftershock, you will see all these heavy metal guys with their chains and all that, you know, and they are some of the least judgmental people. Everybody is there for the same reason, and you start meeting friends and stuff like that. I hate to say this, but it's true. I feel more at home and welcome at Aftershock than I do in a lot of churches.
Oh man, yeah, no, absolutely, man. It's and the sad part is that I think that the Christian culture thinks that all these rockers are violent and they are like unfriendly. No, man, like we met some of the most amazing people at concerts, and we're still friends with a lot of them, man. Like we stayed in touch with a lot of people that we met at concerts.
Yeah, exactly. And it's some of the least judgmental people. They just like, oh, you dig rock music too. That's what you got in common. And it goes from there. And
Yeah,
I even went so far. There's a Aftershock group that one of the, it's not sanctioned by Aftershock, but an Aftershock group that I'm in. And I posted a video of Disciple doing Rise Up. And I said, what do you think of these guys as Christians? Would they be welcome on the stage at Aftershock? And there was not one negative answer. There was no one that said no. They were like, we don't care if they're Christian or not. Do they sound good? Do they put on a good show? We want to see them.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. I love that, bro. Look at the guitar player of Korn. He's a Christian and he obviously plays in one of the biggest bands in the world right now.
But you know what? You make the difference off the stage. You know, when you're talking to people. And that's what Brian Head Welch does. He always prays for people right after the shows. And I remember that Philby, the bass player, Korn's bass player, he used to do that with Brian, and he's not doing well now. He's actually not playing with them anymore. And
he's not.
He's going through a rough patch, but you know, you cause more impact in a kingdom of the enemy by doing that, you know, and you do that off stage, talking to people. I guess not drinking. Sometimes you set an example by doing that. They see you're different, you know. Right. And it's those are the little details that where you can, you know, show and being different.
Right. You guys find it the same, because this is how I look at it, that we are constantly under a microscope. Whether it be how we walk in the community, how we treat the gas station teller, how we, when we're playing in these secular venues, how we interact not only with the people, but how we conduct ourselves too. You guys are finding the same thing as well?
Of course.
Oh yeah, man.
We are ambassadors of the kingdom of heaven, you know, and because my hair is red and because I dress as a rocker, you know, that doesn't mean that my heart, it's a bad heart, you know. And
I think that also goes for musicians that are not Christian. And we gotta be careful as musicians to the things that we say, because you know nowadays everybody can record you on a cell phone.
Right.
Man, we know a band. I'm not gonna mention the name, but they were about to be signed by one. Can't remember. Metal Blade Records, and I guess somebody had a grudge against the band from 10 years before that, and they sent a video to the record label of something that the guitar player said something stupid, and man, they didn't get that record deal. So man,
he did like a racist comment or something on stage, and that was like from 10 years ago. And you know,
and the guy's cool now, man. Like the guy's one of the, you know, the coolest people, you know, and you know sometimes people change. But this guy, he had been holding that video for 10 years. He held on to that video. So man, we just gotta not only as Christians but as musicians, we gotta be careful of how we conduct ourselves.
I'm not going to get into a rant here, guys, but I do want to say this. Oh, don't give me that look, Patrick. You know, non-believers believe in evolution, yet don't believe that we can evolve as humans because they keep digging up dirt from 10 years ago. Oh, he said this 10 years ago. Look what a horrible person he is today.
No, people change, man. I truly believe that people can change, Christian or not. I've met people that have gone through very positive changes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Just, hey, this has been a great conversation. You know, we hope you come back. How can people find you? Website?
Yeah, sure. You can check rockcallingmusic.com. We're on YouTube. We're on all music platforms if you want to stream our music.
Yeah.
And we're on all social medias. And I want to put out this message wherever.
Yeah.
If you guys need to talk to someone, if you're dealing with suicidal thoughts, with anxiety, depression, please reach out. You can talk to us. You can, send a message through Facebook, Instagram, and please reach out. And there's a chance, to be a new creature and to have a new life. Every morning, God gives us an opportunity to get to have a new life.
Yeah.
Great. Hey, Aaron, let's book Red Calling for the Suicide Show. Would you guys like to come back for that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, you go to Instagram, like if you go to Instagram, you can jump from there to directly to our DM or to like all of we have a link there that will literally take you to anywhere. Whichever you like better. Do you like Facebook? Do you like Instagram? Do you like to go to our website? All of our links are on IG.
Instagram, yeah.
All right, cool. And we definitely, I want you guys to come back when you got your video going and your EP up.
Thank you.
Please come back and talk to us about it.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having us. And thanks for this work you do, and God bless you guys.
And you as well. It's the Rock Salt MUZKAST experience. Aaron, which one are we playing here?
Your Lies.
Oh, fantastic. Save the best for last, in my opinion. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you coming on the show. And Alessandro, I'm really sorry you didn't get to talk more about drumming, but please come back.
That's all good. That's all good.
You got bumped for Matt Damon like Jimmy Kimmel. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming on the show. It's a Rock Salt MUZKAST experience.